twice as hard for something you already got. Another orange morning, it's time to show. Another orange morning, it's time to grow. Another orange morning, let the updates flow. Another orange morning, you already know. Friends are coming through the door. Wheels are spinning on the floor. We don't know what we don't know. That's the only way to grow. Another orange morning, it's time to show. Another orange morning, it's time to grow. Another orange morning, let the updates flow. Another orange morning, you already know. What you're looking for is in your hand. Been there all along. Pour another cup and pull a chair. Sing along. Another orange morning, it's time to show. Another orange morning, it's time to grow. Another orange morning, let the updates flow. Another orange morning, you already know. Hey! Hey!
Good morning, HubSpot Nation. Welcome to another Orange Morning. It is Thursday, June 25th, 2026. Good morning, Casey, Trisha. How are we?
Good morning.
Great.
Doing
Summer. I have nothing to complain about. This is my
That's-
season.
That's a good place to be. I'm feeling similar. Casey, we didn't even mention it yesterday on the show, so I'm going to force it in right now. You did it's your second or third Women of HubSpot hug yesterday?
second. Yeah, so we did the second Women of HubSpot hug yesterday. The first in our Unbound main stage series, where we're featuring kind of some of the main stage speakers. We started with Sunny Williams, who is a NASA astronaut, and we kind of covered her story. And she specifically went on a test mission that ended up having some issues, and she ended up staying in the International Space Station for longer than anticipated. It was supposed to be an 8-day mission, and she was up there for months, almost a year, I want to say, like
over 250 days.
Yeah. So the big narrative for her is around, like, the media said that they were stranded up there and things like that, but she has said since then that that's not how it felt for her. So we kind of talked about that, and especially I felt like that was a specifically resonating story as a woman who famously, women are sometimes spoken about and labeled and things like that. So I think it resonated with me, and it was an interesting conversation. One of the people, most of the room had agreed that they felt like, they were often undervalued in their roles. And actually, Chris, I mentioned you have a disdain for the term HubSpot admin because of this exact reason, when the label doesn't exactly fit the role. So I was mentioning that, but there was one person in the room who said they didn't feel like they were undervalued. They actually felt like they were quite accurately valued. And once we kind of double clicked on that a little bit, she actually has a list of things she does. And when and they're categorized by, like, whether they're, professional growth or which team they're supporting and things like that. And so anytime it's time for a conversation with leadership about her values, she just brings up this spreadsheet and she says, these are all the teams I support and these are all the things that I do. And there you go. So
Yeah. I thought that was really interesting that the one person who didn't feel like they needed to quantify their value, that she was appreciated for her value, is the one that was quantifying it every day for herself. And maybe that's all that matters, is just like, maybe it doesn't even matter if you communicate that externally. I mean, I think it does. But maybe that's the biggest impact, is just having that for yourself.
Yeah, I mean, you have to do it for yourself first before you can communicate it to others effectively. And yeah, I think that's at the heart of a lot of what I talk about in regards to like how AI can help you be more human. It's like the end of every session, at the end of every day, like document what you're doing, and even taking a conversation like that, just help me document this in a more valuable way so that I can communicate to others in a way that they will also appreciate, the value of what's happening here. I think HubSpot's always been in a position to help people do that. But now it's even easier to put these different lenses, because it's always based on like who's in the room and what they care about, and just all these things. And really the only thing you can control is how you define it for yourself at the end of the day.
So here we have again, I know that Chris, at any moment, I don't think you struggle with understanding the value that you bring to your clients, to the community. Casey, you and I, we do. Chris, this is not the first time or even the seventh time I've heard you say that you sort of do a daily wrap with Claude to talk about like, how did we do today? Have I made that part of my daily practice? No, Casey, do you?
no.
Yeah. And just to like highlight how that's like 1.5, I'm still not good at communicating my value in a way, like, especially for the people that I'm asking to pay for it. And not going to name names here, but like, when we can use these tools, and this has always been an issue with HubSpot too, I think, like when you can use the tools and the platforms and now AI in a different way to try and create different forms of value that aren't easily measured. And then you get to the next conversation and it's like, it didn't even like matter or wasn't a thing to people who weren't right there, like feeling it. And when you can activate somebody, it's just like coaching and the importance of it right now. It's like, if we could just tie what we do, like, like the best athletes in the world, the best of the best in the world are often in that spot because they have great coaches. And like the underappreciation of that right now is something I'm struggling with like every day, literally in a renewal conversation right now. And even though the one, champion understands how powerful like just 1 hour a week is with me, can't even put the word coaching in the new renewal like agreement, because it just will not, it'll land negatively. That's going to be a part of the cost, and it will always try to be negotiated down. It's crazy, right? Anyways, we've got a lot of updates today.
11.
Most of my coaching helps people understand which updates they should care about. 11.
Can I tell you my favorite update of the day? This is new, right? I don't feel like this has been here.
Which
ability to go the 25 pages, 50 per page at the bottom.
That is new, and I love it.
Like this just changed my life.
I think I love it. It's gonna be harder to count quickly now. But
I feel like this is an update that affects you two. You two.
There are
And delights.
all right. Yeah.
there's more than one update that is so specific to me and me alone.
Right. All right. Which one of these gets your attention based on the words on the screen, Trisha?
Well, Casey said, what were you drawing attention to the pagination? Okay, it wasn't one of these.
No.
Okay, let's see. I hadn't even started to read
Me
yet.
and me alone.
I don't know. None of these are really, maybe the Forms Analyze tab. None of these are really grabbing my attention yet.
All right. So we'll go with Forms Analyze tab. What is it? We're surfacing a new set of forms reports directly in the Forms Analyze tab. These reports give you more flexibility than ever before, generate AI-powered insights and recommendations, and can be saved to your own custom dashboards. You'll also be able to edit and save reports on the Analyze tab, or even replace the Analyze tab with a custom dashboard tailored to your needs.
Oh, I'm excited.
See, you knew it. Why does this matter? It's important to have all your reports in one place, giving you the ability to monitor performance without leaving the app. AI-powered insights helps you recognize trends instantly and helps you quickly answer common performance questions without building custom reports from scratch. You can add forms reports to your marketing dashboards to fully understand what's working and what's not.
Why are you so excited, Trisha?
I think I read in there that you can customize the Analyze tab. And I have found that the Analyze tab has never out of the box been what I need it to be. And I every time have to go do something with it to get what I want. So that's really exciting to me. And I'm assuming this is also linked to the new data visualizations functionality. I gotta say, love. This might be, for me, my favorite update this year so far is that new data visualizations. I'm assuming this is sort of linked to it. The kind of reports I've been able to build, holy moly, they're so good.
Yeah, apparently they've been seeing your kind of behavior where it's like, yeah, I want this to be a thing, but it's not the thing I need it to be. So I'm going to go reproduce it over here with all the things I need. There's been a lot of Analyze tab action from that perspective. So yeah, that makes sense. Next on the list today, I can't get enough of the inline association table. So I want everybody to also not be able to get enough of it. Because you likely, at the very least, you have company and contact associations that this will make your life much better on the index page. What is it? The inline association table lets you see and act on associated record data directly from any CRM index page.
Why does it matter? Right now, you can't answer key questions about your business from the index page, like what contacts have an associated deal closing next month. Getting that answer requires clicking into individual records or cobbling together workarounds, which is slow and frustrating. The inline association table brings cross-object context to where you already work, so you spend less time navigating and more time acting. Trisha, have you seen this?
I haven't seen it. The first thing that I want to know is, can you now filter an index based on associations, or does this just show you?
It just shows you.
Okay.
But you could filter. What is immediately interesting to me is you can filter within this. So Pacific Ridge University, I can add a quick filter to the contacts here.
And those are association labels, I'm assuming.
The quick filters?
Yeah. Or do you think it's something else?
I was thinking it was just, I don't know. That's a good question. Let's see.
It works similar to filtering in other places.
Okay. I wish I'm waiting for being able to filter on secondary objects here.
Okay, so it's
Right.
But that's fun.
Chris and I actually just met with the filter team this week, so I'm confident saying this is unrelated to filtering after that conversation.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I usually would have hesitated more, but then I was like, actually, I'm pretty.
Okay,
Yeah.
so it's all the filters. I was thinking for some reason it was just going to be. I don't know why I thought that.
Right.
Yeah.
So based on information that's on the associated object itself.
Actually, strangely, I don't think the label is like. Oddly enough, I don't think the label is an option.
Yeah. Often you have something else indicating what the label is supposed to be anyways. You can grab that field or property. But yeah, good stuff. And I'm always of the mind, if we can do that in a single surface for us, that means when you're asking Breeze Assistant for help, it can also see similar things. Casey, it's your turn.
Association action targeting for associated records. That's a mouthful, kind of.
Mm-hmm.
What is that? I do not have it on my side. So I'll read it from your side. Association action targeting for associated records. What is it? When using association actions in workflows, you can now target associated records of the enrolled record, not just the enrolled record itself.
Example use case, still you, Chris.
I
thought you could already do this.
Right? Let's say you want to identify the contacts who are decision makers in a closed-won deal and mark them as champions at the company for future reference. Decision maker and champion? I don't know. Assume you already have these relationships set up. Deals are connected to contacts with a label like decision maker. Deals are connected to companies, and contacts are connected to companies. Now you can enroll deals when they move to closed won. Number 2, instead of the enrolled deal, target contacts associated with those deals who have the decision maker label, which means number 3, for each of those contacts, you can create or update their relationship to the company as a champion.
Okay, I kind of am getting this.
Yep. Now, whenever a deal is won, the decision makers are automatically marked as champions at the company to track key influencers for future outreach and upsell opportunities.
Exactly what you're looking for, Chris. Why does this matter? Managing relationships across your CRM often requires updating records that are connected to the enrolled record, not the enrolled record itself. Without this, you had to build separate workflows or update records manually to reflect relationship changes downstream. Now you can automate association updates across connected records in a single workflow. For example, targeting contacts associated with enrolled deal rather than the deal itself. We did read this before, I think. I remember this little graphic. I do feel like I understand this more today than I did then. Maybe this is just my mental state today.
Maybe I was off that day because I do not remember being triggered like this.
Maybe you were. Maybe you were.
I love it. I love the idea, but this is a specific example.
I don't remember being triggered.
How often is the decision maker like turning into the champion? And is it even consistent? Like, I mean, props to you if your process is so good that you have relationship flow like this,
That's true.
right?
I've actually never run it. Like, this has never come up.
But like the assumption that many people will make just because they can do stuff like this,
Mhm.
it's like, no, the relationship, like, this is the part that should be more manual than anything else in the system. But again, unless your process is so flawless that you know all of the things happen in succession, that the decision maker is going to turn into a champion every time and not need a little TLC on the way there or direct me to the next person or like all these different roles. This gives me a chance to plug what's coming later today, a show with the Value Path with Joshua Oakes, where we talk about all these stages and why, how powerful it can be to be very intentional with stuff like this throughout the process, which intentionality usually does not come with automation. In my experience watching people use HubSpot. So just there's lots of other examples with associations that like operations wise, and we always want the right people associated in the right way. So things like, especially with Revenue Hub, like making sure the billing contacts and shipping contacts and like those kinds of things are updated, are crucial, right? And those are kind of the operation style flows that can be very black and white, and you can use it in those cases. But again, with great power comes great responsibility. Thank you for giving us that responsibility, HubSpot, or at least that opportunity. Associations have come such a long way in the last year, especially in workflows. How about on the other side of the spectrum, file upload and file viewer for UI extensions? What is it? File upload and file viewer are new UI extensions components that let you add file upload and display capabilities to your app cards. Files are stored in a per app folder in HubSpot's file manager, and uploaded files can optionally be attached to CRM records.
Why does this matter? Until now, there was no way to handle files within UI extensions. You couldn't collect or display attachments directly in app cards, which forced workarounds or pushed file interactions outside of the HubSpot UI entirely. File upload and file viewer closed that gap, keeping file-dependent apps fully in context on the CRM record. Am I correct in saying something like, if let's say you're using Panda Docs for your signatures or whatever people use Panda Docs for now. In theory, if you had that connected to HubSpot, you could have a card on the record that shows the Panda Doc file. It might not be like, I might be stretching with the Panda Docs, but like a file.
Yes.
I'm just trying to think of like,
I need to see it in action because we've been doing stuff like this in UI extensions. And maybe just it wasn't a file upload or file viewer, like specific component, right? And now HubSpot has a default version of that, which is awesome to think about. But I like maybe the workarounds here were like, using the file upload property that anybody can have on a record, like without UI extensions, and just putting it in the right place so users can see it. The drag and drop functionality is definitely something that hasn't been standard, but you could create in these experiences. So I'm excited to see like how much like the idea of storing them in the same place and attaching them to CRM records is not always easy. Easy to manage and can get really noisy, really messy, really quickly. So cool to see that they're probably seeing a bunch of people do stuff like this, and now they've built it into the system to make it easier to manage. So that's why I clicked on this one, because it's like as soon as you show people the file property, right? They're like, oh, can I just drag it in there like every other system I've ever used in my life? It's like, well, not really.
Yeah.
Now you'll be able to create those experiences much more easily for folks.
Great. So the drag and drop is the part you're most excited about.
I'm guessing the viewer is also like just way more user friendly. Like, so both sides for sure. Is anybody else interested in auto capture website events?
Yep, I am.
What is it? Auto capture
I'm queued
automatically tracks clicks on buttons, links, menu items, and other interactive elements across your website without any additional setup or code. Once your HubSpot tracking code is installed, it captures visitor interactions and lets you promote the most valuable ones into verified events for use across HubSpot's tools.
Why does it matter? You may already know which interactions on your website matter most: a pricing page click, a demo request, a nav menu tap. But if you didn't set up the tracking before visitors start clicking, the data is gone. Auto capture captures all clickable interactions from the moment your tracking code is active, so you're never starting from zero. With that complete behavioral record, you can build more accurate lead scores, tighter segments, and smarter automation without guessing at what's actually happening on your site. This is very cool. I have spent my entire career having conversations with people around, well, how many people clicked that? And having to say, well, we weren't tracking that, so we can start tracking that, but we'll only know moving forward. We won't know retroactively. Like, just the amount of conversations that I've had like that are exhausting to think about. So.
Yeah. Having available benchmark data is just more context. And having it already there when you're trying to like fix a thing, make a thing better. I love this.
And like it says, you might already know which interactions matter. That's true. Sometimes you don't. Like often you don't know what. And that's that's where we get into a lot of conversations with teams around, well, does this matter? Does this matter? And we just kind of don't know until you start collecting the data.
Yeah. And at the bottom, it says anybody on enterprise, basically, because I think it's not the full one. So maybe don't quote me on that. But I've definitely activated this for clients who do not have, including myself, full customer platform at all enterprise levels. So again, one of those things where stuff is happening behind the scenes, and since it's in data management, I'm already confused. I should not continue going down this route. Like
unclear,
right? So hopefully you have access, but if you do, I'd love to deep dive into that today. But before we do that, are there any other updates on this page?
I'm going to look at prospecting agent. Just because I had a client yesterday who's evaluating some enrichment solutions.
All right. So prospecting agent suggests contacts from Seamless. What is it? The prospecting agent now connects to Seamless and searches its database to find contacts that match your selected personas.
Why does this matter? You can find net new contacts that match your target personas without searching external databases by hand. The prospecting agent identifies people who fit your personas but aren't in your CRM yet, and then lets you add them to your CRM and draft outreach. Stresses me out. So it looks like this is already connected for Apollo and Zoom Info and Surf. Is that how you pronounce that?
Yep.
But now Seamless is an option. This stresses me out, but I get the why here. Like this is what people have wanted to do for all of mankind, basically. Is to be able to get contacts that aren't in their CRM but are their persona, and then do personalized outreach.
Here's a use case from many
trenches.
companies I've worked for, and from yesterday in a meeting is a specific event that this client is going to. For good reason, the event host wants $2,000 to share its attendee list with the exhibitor at the event. What you get just by paying for your booth is you get a list of the companies that are attending and the contacts at those companies that are attending, but that's all you get. But they want to be able to communicate with those people in advance and just let them know, like, hey, we're going to be there. It'd be great to meet you. So anyway, this potentially is a good solution for those people looking for ways to get actual personal contact data on event lists.
Yeah. I mean, I think this would work. Chris is uncomfortable with this entire
concept for good reason. But the reality is this is a major way that people do business, and it's because it's effective. Like when you do cold outreach, we hate for this to be true, but the number of sales teams who have been rewarded by like going and knocking on somebody's door that was not expecting them, the reward rate is high enough that they're just going to keep on doing it. There is something very true about if you land at somebody's doorstep at the right time with enough volume, you will win. So,
and it's really point to the scoreboard when you're not even playing on the other side. Oh my gosh. And this is, it's coming to a head right now inside of HubSpot, because there's things like, and it's a very easy, like negatively self-fulfilling prophecy for folks that point to outbound as a good idea. So intent signals and custom signals, super powerful data happening in HubSpot. Even the auto capture events that we just saw, it's easier than ever to start bringing like actual intent activity that takes you from not cold to warm, or from cold to not cold very quickly. Even just 1% matters there, which all of those outbound folks will tell you that. Like they believe that if you cannot be cold, it's going to be better than cold, right? But when the signal is from LinkedIn, and then you try to call or email based on that signal, which is in a different channel, like it's not going to work, right? So it's a challenging conversation, but like there is so much opportunity for that. So always in those scenarios, I try to get some agreement, like, well, if you could take 10% of your energy that you're putting over there and put it over in this other place, maybe your results won't suck. maybe you will see some stuff that you might not expect, and then you get into it's a whole thing.
I know. I'm like, well, okay, so you're investing in this tool. That's great. To be successful, you should have a plan to invest just as much into your strategy, into your content, into how you're going to talk to these people, and into making sure that you are updating that over time.
Indeed.
So I hope that landed.
Oh, we all hope it did. Where else should we go, Casey? Help me out here. I'm recovering from this train of thought.
You want to deep dive into the event, the auto capture website events. I do want to just call out, as we kind of transition, the sunsetting of custom assistants.
Yeah. I just saw this yesterday, and I was kind of happy because I was like, I wonder when I'm going to make it over to projects as I build out this custom assistant.
Yeah, I saw a project like live in a portal, and I was like, oh yeah, Chris mentioned this.
Right. So yeah, I was building yesterday and this message popped up. So what is this sunset? Custom assistants are being retired and replaced by Breeze projects. On July 13th, 2026, every custom assistant in your account will automatically become a Breeze project, carrying over its instructions, knowledge, and chat history. So customization now lives in one place inside Breeze. You don't need to migrate anything yourself. We'll do it for you.
Wow, that's pretty nice.
It's awfully nice of them.
Yeah.
It is.
Why does this matter? Breeze Projects is where persistent context, organized workspaces, and team sharing come together. Instead of managing a separate assistant, your configuration becomes a project you can organize, share with your team, and use directly in Breeze with the same instructions and knowledge your assistant had. This brings customization onto one surface, so there's no separate assistant to build or maintain alongside Breeze. Do you think the product manager for this is based out of the Cambridge office or out of the Dublin office? If you're listening and not watching, customization is spelled with an S, which is an organization as well.
That aligns with the date set up too.
And the date set up, yeah.
It's the day before the month.
Okay, HubSpot nerd alert. I was in Dublin earlier this year, and I took a picture of myself in front of the HubSpot building.
I mean, you have to.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of want to dive into this instead.
That's fine. You make the rules.
I guess I do. So let's figure that out. You're gonna.
Okay, speaking of the rules, do you do one deep dive a day? Is that how this works?
That's how this works. Yeah, that's exactly the rule.
Okay.
That we always adhere to.
The rules are really loose around here, Trisha.
Yeah, it's easy to follow because we're gonna dive into something, whether we want to or not.
And we also have 5 minutes to dive today, so it's
right. So seeing Breeze projects is clickable. I'm gonna click on that. So we have a knowledge base article here. In Breeze Studio, also known as Breeze now. So which one? Oh, Agent Hub, I think it's a new way that they're putting this. Which one of these has Breeze projects in it?
Context.
I would say context too, but I think that's wrong.
That's a good guess. But try again.
Yeah. Nope, it's not that.
It's not teams and processes. Yeah. because obviously we're super focused on email personality in the teams and processes
Chris has
category.
been triggered earlier today.
Well, overview.
Breeze assistant, Breeze agents, but the Breeze assistance is going to go away.
Yeah, maybe dashboard. No.
I saw it like when I opened Breeze.
Right. So when you open a Breeze chat,
Yeah.
assistant.
I know that's not what you're trying to do, but
Yeah.
like, if we
Agent Hub.
Agent Hub. There's assistants, but there's
Can't do workflow agents. All right.
Can you ask
Assistant.
Breeze where it is?
Custom assistants are moving to Breeze projects on July 13th. All right. Maybe this link. Nope.
nope, that wasn't it either.
Maybe you can't
Okay.
even see it until
Inbox. Maybe create. Nope.
Nope.
Knowledge
Knowledge vaults?
vaults was our last hope. AI contacts are just there. And create a vault. All right. I guess Breeze Assistant is our only way to get to it right now. So maybe that's what's happening on July 13th. Is that they're developing the space that we're trying to find right now. That would be nice because starting from scratch here, when I know there's other context in the system, but let's call this.
it's telling me you go to Agent Hub, Breeze projects. Wait, you go to Agent Hub and then set it up. Which was
Check it out.
that was the page that you were on, the Breeze agents.
Yep. Maybe
But there's
a glimpse into the future there.
There's no setup.
This is interesting. Disclaimer too, starting July 21st, this feature will use credits. So all of the features on this page.
That caught my eye too, but it felt like too little time to dive.
Yeah, I'm kind of just talking out loud, and then I'm going to share this clip with the Breeze team so that they could get our live feedback on the challenges that we have right now. So back to creating a project, because this was the feeling yesterday. I was creating an assistant, and I was like, all right, I was also creating knowledge base. It's like, I want to add this stuff. It'd be nice if I could do some of this. And then I'm like, in my mind, this feels a lot like a project right now. And then when I got to the assistant, I was like, by the way, assistants will no longer be a thing. So we can add instructions here. We can add context, tools, browse the web, or write to the CRM. We can change access levels, which is probably a big reason for this shift. And we've got some templates. How about meeting prep? I prepare for customer meetings, QBRs, renewals, check-ins, exec reviews. When I share an account, sounds a lot like an assistant.
Ryan
But
had
they
a comment.
are.
Did you see that?
Yep. Breeze projects versus native projects.
I know. That's like,
I was immediately confused about this when I saw it in Breeze yesterday. It was like, do you want to try a project? And I was like, what are you talking about?
same. When you brought it up, I was like, what?
And actually, I think the other day, Chris, you suggested a project, and I didn't even but I was like, why would I use a project for that? And then I just kind of dismissed you. But now I realize that's because I was thinking of the object project.
Okay, I've confirmed through Breeze that you can't create a project yet.
In the place that it was suggesting.
Yes.
Right.
Or any
We can
place.
create one
Or
more.
any place at all.
I can
Well, what
create one
about-
right here.
Yeah, what?
Like I can definitely hit this button. And
Yeah.
now I'm
Oh.
in this project. All right. Come back into here. Projects
Breeze.
shared with me.
I'm like 99% in love with Breeze, but today Breeze failed me.
Right. I mean, this is like the biggest nuance of AI. It's like, man, 95%. Oh my God, this is the most amazing thing ever.
Mm-hmm.
But that's like the 5% is just equally on the other side of that. Where it's just
So wait, how did you get here?
In
Breeze
Breeze, from the
Assistant.
Breeze window, yeah.
Yeah. So the projects, I first saw it like from interacting with Breeze. And honestly, it's probably the right design because we want people to just get into a conversation with Breeze Assistant. The product team is going to keep doing that, making it easy to jump into a conversation with Breeze Assistant from wherever you are, whatever you're working on. Because happens to be a lot easier to get your job done when you can do that. So yeah, I guess that's it for today. So thank you, Trisha, as always.
Thank you.
And we'll see everybody tomorrow for another Orange Morning.
All right.